Hello there and welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto 3. Today we're continuing on Let's Play. This is episode 28. In today's episode we are, well, back here on Staunton Island, ready to take a look at Asuka's missions, part 2, which take place at this construction site over here in Newport, in cartel-controlled area, although the Yakuza now hang around here as well, so we should be okay taking missions from here. So let's go ahead and start seeing what she wants us to do. We have to go into this little elevator for bait.
Miguel seems to think I'm mistreating him. Still, he's revealed the extent to which Catalina fears your quest for revenge. She has 3 death squads dotted around Liberty, whose sole job is to hunt you down. Act as the bait and get the death squads to follow you to Pike Creek, where some of my men will be waiting for them.
Okay, right, let's try that again. In case you're wondering, it wasn't my fault this mission ended. What I'm gonna say is, essentially, the goal of this mission is, as you could probably tell by that intro cutscene, to lead a bunch of cartel to a Yakuza death squad, which are hiding in a car park in Pike Creek. Or on an industrial complex, I should say. Here's the issue. The final death car, I tried to get it to follow me. It didn't really want to do that. It would follow me for a bit and then get stuck. And then I'd have to go retrieve it, and then it'd get stuck again. And then finally what happened is the Yakuza death car came at, the cartel death car came after me. I flipped my car because I was driving a Landstalker because I needed a vehicle to try and bait them in with. And then they got out, and then I failed the mission for apparently not leading them to the Yakuza. My life's weird. Right, anyways, I want that. May as well take advantage of the fact the bridge is currently not working. There we go. Right. To be fair, I don't need a strong car for this mission. This mission is not difficult. However, the AI apparently are insisting on making this a difficult mission. But yeah, essentially what you've got to do is just lead some death squads to the Yakuza, which isn't difficult particularly, as you'll see in a minute. Although, apparently when the AI cock up, so basically the last death squad, I'm basically just going to have to sort of babysit them to try and get them to come after me. Anyways, the first one's here. Of course, they're driving the ever-present Sentinel, which is basically the quintessential bad guy car in this game. Holy crap, that is actually coming at me quite quickly. There we go. Right. Come on, cartel death car. Come to my wonderful little playdate I have for you. Come on. And here's the Yakuza Death Squad. They are appropriately named because they have M16s and shotguns. Excellent. Right. That didn't go well. See, I did it really smoothly first time round, but apparently smoothly is not happening this time round. Right. To the other side! Hopefully I can pick up a new thought. Oh, bollocks, cock. This is not going well. Come on. I need a new car. That's not a Landstalker because that did not end. Ah, perfect. Bollocks. Come on, I just need a car. That'll do. No, wait, that behind it will do even more. Go, go, go. I have no idea how he saw that happen. Right, as usual, it's not me that's the issue with this game, it's the bleeding AI. And also, okay, right, that was my fault. Go on, Yakuza Death Car. I keep calling them Yakuza Death Cars. They're not Yakuza Death Cars. Go on, supposedly specially trained cartel hitmen that are so wonderfully useful. Right, I've also learnt my lesson from last time. I'm gonna go up this way instead of going the other way because there's less stuff for them to get stuck on going this way. Unless they dump it into the ocean, which is sort of another thing they could probably do. Because they aren't very smart. Do you think Yakuza Death Squad? I'm out of here. That went well. Right. Do you know what? That's in better condition. Right. Let's pick up the final Death Squad, which are at the bridge. I should really just go over the dam for this, so let's just do that instead. Don't go off, please. Fuck. You know, I don't care. Usually I try and wait out the alarms, but I'm impatient. There's a cop car there, which is probably going to come after me, but I don't really care. There we go. Wee 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 wee. Alright. This has not gone nearly as smooth as my last attempts, but hopefully this last car will actually follow me to where it's supposed to go. I really like this song. I think I used it in a Toka LP. Actually, on second thought, that song got copyright struck when I used it for a Toka LP. That's a really nice yellow. I like the yellow Sentinels. I do like the design of the Sentinel. It's a really cool looking car. It's like a BMW if BMWs looked good. Also, apparently the Stinger and the Sentinel have exactly the same straight line speed. I so was expecting him to Please don't get stuck on a piece of the fit. Look. Yes, come here. Oh my god, it's here. It actually got here. Okay, I was going to get out and help them, but never mind. Apparently they can deal with that on their own. Right, now that that's done, let's grab some armour from our friends here. Well, they were pickups, but they're just bins over there. Right. Ironically, that's the easier one of Asuka's missions, and even that became a bit of a ball ache, so it's a good sign for what's coming in store later on. I'm sorry, policeman. I said I'm sorry. This is a blue sports car, you cunts. Right. I should really have used the tunnel, because I do not want to get stopped at the bridge. Oh god, of course that's gonna happen now. Hopefully no police cars spawn, otherwise I will be in for a bad thing. Okay, never mind, that's made my day slightly better. Go. Staunton Island. Right. If this next mission is the one I think it is, I have done a tactical today, which you'll see in a minute. I know I don't often do a tactical, but trust me, it is very... Like, that was not a tactical. But, trust me, I have done an actual tactics. Let me try that again. I've done an actual tactics for this next mission, so... Aren't I fucking golden? Alright, back over to the construction site. Good job. Suspect is on foot, but not for much longer because he's about to start Asuka's next mission. which I'm sure is going to be laced with fun. It's espresso to go!
Miguel certainly has some of that famous Latin stamina. I'm quite exhausted. We underestimated Catalina's plans for Spank. It reaches far beyond the yardies selling it on the street corners. The cartel have a front company, the Kappa Coffee House. They've been selling Spank through the street stalls. We have no choice but to put these drug stands out of operation. Smash them to splinters!
Kappa Coffee, right. Cruise Liberty to find espresso. After you trash the first stall, you will have 8 minutes before the cartel warn their pushers. It takes them 8 minutes to warn the fact that some madman's coming around and destroying their shit. Okay. Okay, so this mission is known as one of the hardest in the game, apparently. I don't think it's particularly difficult, but there you go. Essentially, it's a case of cruising around town to find these stalls. Now, there are some on Portland, some on Shoreside, and some, of course, in Staunton. I think my plan for today is to go ahead and get the ones in Portland first, which is where this comes in. You might remember this car. This is the one that Ray gave us. It is a bulletproof Patriot, which is probably going to be very useful for this. I might also get a map of where these things are. I know some of them sit in St. Mark's. I know that much. I wonder if when you kill one of them, it finds them all. If it doesn't, I might just get a map. I know that's cheating, but I've done this mission legitly quite a few times, so I probably should know where these things are. But at the same time, I don't. So, alright, let's go ahead and try not to wreck the Patriot on the way here, because I need as much stamina in the Patriot as possible for this mission, because otherwise we are going to be in a bit of a pickle. And I really don't like to be in a pickle. I like to have my pickle tickled occasionally, but not. I'm just going to stop speaking. Right. Portland! Motherfucking Portland! We've been here quite a few times in the last few missions. I try to avoid it, but there you go. Alright, I know for a fact one of these fucking things is in St. Mark's. But yeah, it's much easier to start on Portland and work your way around than start on Staunton, because essentially you'll drive forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards. And of course, we are in Mafia territory, which is where the Bulletproof Patriot comes in. Also, the fact that the stall people who own them have guns too, which doesn't help. Right. I'm fairly certain there's another one in Portland somewhere. Do you know what? I'm gonna be a cunt. Hold on. Okay, right. I have my map of where these things are. Yes, it's cheating, but can you really blame me in this case, because we only get 8 minutes to find these things? To be fair, again, the search radius for them is pretty okay. You can probably figure out where quite a few of them hide, but it's much easier to sort of just know. There's 2 on Portland, 5 on Staunton, and then the last 2 are in Shoreside. Thankfully, the 2 in Shoreside are really not very far into the city, so those ones shouldn't be too difficult to find. Right. There you go. It actually sort of gives you an idea, but it would be much more helpful if the game could just give me a bastard map for this. Anyways, we seem to be doing pretty good for time. Also, you do need to destroy all 9 of these things before the mission concludes. So, that is something. Right, let me just pull up my trusty map. So, we've got the 2 currently showing up on our map, which are in northern Staunton. I think I'm going to try and go for the ones in southern. I could probably just loop round and grab these other 2. I think that might be the wise idea. We should actually complete this in pretty good time, judging by the pace here. and also if I don't wreck the Bulletproof Patriot anymore. You can sort of see why it's very useful now. The people on the stalls do have weapons, which is not a good thing. I think they have shotguns, mostly. Shotguns and Uzis. So being able to essentially drive the Patriot right up to them, destroy the stall, and then drive away without any consequence is quite a useful thing to have. Okay, right, next one is near the Donald Bluff building. I wonder if it's a case of if your map spreads out to it, it will show up on there. I'm not sure. Ah, there we go. That took a while to show up. I sort of got a bit concerned that the map would be different for PS2 versions. Considering I'm fairly certain this is a PC version or an iOS port or something, I don't know. He's apparently just running away from his stall, he's not even defending his stall. Right. So next we want to be in Belleville Park. Let's head over that way. Wondering whether to pay and spray the... Nah, I don't really need to, because the next two were... The two in Shoreside really are not very far into Shoreside at all, so it's not really a big problemo to pick those ones up. Okay, right. Also, I think you can destroy the stalls with a rocket launcher as well, but this is by far and away the most time-effective way to do it, is to just ram the bleeding thing with a vehicle. If you don't have the Bulletproof Patriot anymore, you can get away with using the Rhino tank if you have access to one of those. But it's quite a bit slower, and also there's plenty of challenges, isn't there? I mean, there isn't, but anyways. Right, Shoreside Vale, let's head to the bridge. Yeah, we are making pretty good time here. Yeah, the problem with the Rhino is I don't know if it would be quick enough to do this with. Granted, you do have the portable cannon, which would make things a lot easier. But in terms of timeliness, I'm not too sure. Also worth pointing out, you might have noticed, to make this mission a little bit easier, the Mafia actually carry Uzis during this mission instead of the usual shotguns. So you can use a car for this if you like just a normal, not bulletproof car, but I do highly recommend the Bulletproof Patriot, because it does make things a hell of a lot easier. It's also, I think, the first time where I've actually managed to get over the bridge pretty okay. I think that's the first time I've actually showed up on time for the bridge closing. I wonder if there's like a specific in-game time where that bridge raises. There probably is, and I'm just too stupid to have ever noticed it. Alright. Back around here again. Right, we're at the stalls up here. How you doing? Yeah, he has a shotgun. See, in a normal vehicle... Oh, God, okay. That's not quite what I was expecting. I think they might actually start sending cartel cruisers after me. If that's the case, I'm a little bit more worried, but we should be okay. Keyword should. It should doesn't always mean will, though. And the final one is up here in a Pike Creek at the hospital. Again, I think I've done this mission legitimately at least once in my life. I can't quite remember how I went around doing it, but there you go. And there's the little stall. And that's 9 and 9. And there we go, 40 grand. And that mission is a dunner. Alright. I'm going to head to the paint spray and get this thing sprayed, because the work of the Bulletproof Patriot is not quite done just yet. I think the next mission may also be quite a good fit for this vehicle. It's why you should always keep a hold of it. As a kid, I never really bothered keeping hold of the Bulletproof Patriot, but apparently it's not a bad idea. Also, ours is now in a lovely yellow colour, which is nice. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of Shoreside Vale again, probably to come back over in the next mission, I'd imagine. Alright. Oop, don't crash into that police car as I'm trying to pull the recording window open again, because I don't need the map. anymore. There we go. Bad fellas. Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, patriot motherfucker. Right. Let's go ahead and get back over to Asuka's construction site. I'm gonna drop this off at the safe house quickly though. Just in case the game decides to despawn it. Holy crap, I'm really getting my bridge timing down today, aren't I? I'm impressed. I'm impressed with me. Usually. Yeah, that's not a normal thing for me to be impressed with myself, usually, but there you go. Rightio. Let's go ahead and store this in the thing, and then we will be golden. I so thought it was going to flip over on that curb then, and I remember the Patriot. The Patriot is actually a pretty good handling vehicle, ironically enough. It's not just off-road it can do. Sort of on-road stuff, it's not bad at, in terms of its grip. It's a little bit slow to react, but I actually prefer that. I'm not a huge fan of driving stuff like Banshees and Stingers in this game, because it has the old... Oh yeah, right. I was like, where the fuck has that come from? But I will take that. That will help me out immensely. Thank you, Yakuza. Ironically, I think this car's probably going to end up doing exactly the same trail again in a minute. Stop, please. Thank you. Alright. It's S.A.M.
Do we tighten it some more now, or just wait for it to turn black and fall off?
Give it a quick prod.
Oh, what is that gooey yellow stuff? Oh, hey, babe! I was bored, so I came over to keep Asuka company.
She's got the makings of a natural, this girl. She's managed to extract this little gem from our guest. There's a plane coming into Francis International in 2 hours' time. It is full of Catalina's poison. You can avoid airport security by getting a boat out to the runway light buoys and shooting the plane down on its approach. Collect the cargo from the debris and stash it.
Oh, you be careful now, okay, baby?
Now try the chili oil.
Okay, right. This mission has been fun, shall we say. There's a reason this is here. So I might have lost the Bulletproof Patriot. Thankfully, this is my replacement for the Bulletproof Patriot. I like to call it Keith, the tank. Now, there's a reason Keith is here. You see, the way the mission describes it, as you can probably tell, apparently there's a tank down there, or something, I have no idea. Yeah, the way the mission describes it is, of course, that you've got to go to the runway light buoys and, well, shoot down the plane from there. I've, of course, elected not to do that. I've decided to go ahead and, well, go through the actual airport. Now, she might have said airport security. Of course, as we know from many missions here in GTA 3, that's not necessarily actually a thing. Essentially, though, if you do go the airport route, there is 2 Colombian death squads there. One of them has a rocket launcher, which, of course, for the Bulletproof Patriots would have been bad. For Keith, though, it's not an issue. Yeah. Also, if you want to find out how I actually got this tank, there is a later episode that explains it. Trust me, getting it was a bit of an issue, but thankfully, now that I have it, I can basically get one on command. It's from one of the import-export missions. So, yeah, I will show that off later on, of course. So stay tuned for that. I'm not sure, I think that's one of the last episodes of side missions, but yeah. Anyways. And it's not really important right now. The important thing is I have a tank, which should make this mission a lot easier. Although coming onto the other side of the road was not one of my brighter ideas. So yeah, essentially the plan with this is take out the Colombian death squads and shoot the plane down on approach. Now, there is a speedrunner way to do this. You can actually go to the dam and shoot it down. There's also nothing wrong with going the boat route. I personally have elected not to do that though, just because that requires accuracy and luck, and I really can assure you I am not having luck today. This is my 6th time attempting this mission. 5 times I've failed it through my own stupidity. 4 times I've failed it through my own stupidity, and twice has been literally getting bullshitted. One including I actually blew the plane up, and then apparently mission got failed for some reason, so there you go. Anyways, on your left, of course, is the cartel with the rocket launcher, and then on your right, all these guys have M16s. Also, I think some of them might still be alive. Yeah, he's still alive. For some reason, they like to shoot at their car first, for whatever reason. Got no idea what the logic is behind that, but there you go. Right. Oop, God, there's one of them over there. Let's gun him down. Right. Plane is gonna come down. I'm gonna try not to kill myself with the plane. That's how the Bulletproof Patriot got lost. I actually ended up blowing up the plane on top of the Bulletproof Patriot, and the plane kept exploding, so... Anyways, plane appears in a minute. Yeah, basically that happened, but that of course killed the the Patriot because it's not explosion proof. So anyways, now we've just got to collect all this lovely, lovely cargo and apparently stash it somewhere. I'm not quite sure where we're supposed to stash it, but there you go. Anyways, you can now sort of see where the Rhino will come in a lot of handy, because we've now got to go ahead and go back to the construction side. In the Patriot, that might have been a bit of an issue, because of course we have the police chasing us. In this, it's not so much of an issue. Barring bollocks involving hitting police cars and then flipping us over, we should be pretty alright. Also, in case you wonder, if you're wondering why I'm targeting behind me, it's because it's an old GTA trick. Essentially, it's a way to make the tank go faster, is if you target behind you, you can actually sort of get yourself a speed boost using the backdraft of the explosions. It can work. I don't usually elect to do it unless I'm on a time-limited mission like I did on this one. Mostly because I find it can often go backwards and blow up the police car, and then you have to deal with all the police chasing you, which is not a good thing. However, in this case, the police are going to chase us either way. I'm going to try and make it across the bridge before it starts dinging. There we go. Home sweet home, almost. Come on. I've literally been trying at this mission for about an hour now, so I'm kind of hoping this is the end of this shit. But yeah, it's just, I just keep getting cuckolded basically by myself, which is not ideal. Just keep shooting, just keep shooting, just keep shooting the police cars. It wouldn't surprise me if I end up going up to 5 stars during this, but if I do, then it's no biggie. In fact, it's a lot more fun. If you ever want to have some fun with GTA 3, 5 stars and just watch all the FBI cars fall into the tank. It's hilarious, because the FBI have actually no idea how to drive. Also, if you want to get the Destroy 2000s Cars achievement, this is actually a really good way to do it as well. Is to essentially just drive around in the tank and kill FBI stuff. Anyways, home sweet home. Ransom. Ooh. I've got your precious Marie, and if you don't want her face to look like she fell out of a butcher, bring $500,000 to the villa at Cedar Grove. Ooh. And now, you might notice we have a C on the map. I guess who that stands for. Good old Catalina. Yeah, Sam is Asuka and Maria. Oh, sorry, Asuka is dead. Maria's been kidnapped. And of course, it's up to a witty mute protagonist to save them all in the final mission of the game. Because yeah, believe it or not, we're actually that far into it. So, join us for that, I guess. The final mission of the game should be fun. And also probably cool. I have a feeling we might need Keith some more, so join me for that. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching, and until next time. Oh, actually, join me for that. But after this episode, of course, we go into the Staunton Island side missions, the first of which is the import-export missions for Shoreside Vale. And then episode 39, I believe, is going to be the finale episode. So, yeah, there you go. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, farewell.
Life is done, I'm in supply.